welcome to episode 11 of the Amb Ant Podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Amber.
And today we are talking about the Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train.
Yes. Kimetsu no Yaiba, Mugen Train.
Please like, comment, and subscribe for more podcast reviews like these.
Indeed.
What is this one about?
Oh my god, you want me to explain? When everyone already knows the plot? Oh my god.
We could just give a brief overview for anyone listening.
Well, Kimetsu no Yaiba, not really just talking about the movie. It started with just Tanjiro kind of joining the Demon Slayer Corps.
Why did he join?
Because the demons killed his family, and he only has Nezuko, his sister.
Yeah,
and then Nezuko is also a demon, so he wants to save his sister and change her back into a human again. Yada yada.
Yeah, so the movie and show, I believe, run hand in hand, kind of. So like the
continuation.
Yeah, so it's the continuation of season 1. This is the early season 2 of the anime. So I haven't actually seen past any of this so far, I think. So.
I read all the manga after watching part of the first season. I just didn't really want to wait weekly, and then I just read it, and then I had to wait weekly for the manga to come out until it finally ended. So yeah, right. I do know what happens.
Demon Slayer is is a finished product. So
indeed.
It's
the manga is.
Yeah, so I mean, do you feel like Demon Slayer is worth it?
What do you mean by worth it?
Worth me sinking in the time to watch it, read it, or experience
read it. No.
Read
watch
it, no?
it, yes.
Okay.
I feel like the manga is okay, but it's not that great. It became something so much better because of Ufotable's animation. I just feel like the manga, the art style is very simplistic. The action is not that cool. The paneling is not that, dynamic, I would say. It looks like a comedy kind of manga to me. The whole thing.
Okay. So the manga, yeah, I haven't actually seen any of the manga. So, it's basically a comedy? Is it clean?
No, the art style.
Is it that clean or something?
No. It's not that clean. The art style is very, cutesy, I feel like.
Cutesy.
Yeah, and then it's kind of, again, the action scenes are not that dynamic. So then it's more just, you see, they're fighting. You understand that's what's happening. But then It's not, One Piece, it has really good paneling, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I see it. Because I like all the fights.
And then I read it. And then speaking of perspective, Naruto's perspective is crazy good. They do a lot of fisheye lens and whatnot. Yeah. And then it's just it feels very
What
motion.
is fisheye lens?
Fisheye lens just means it warps the thing. It's the edges kind of get pulled away from the viewer kind of thing.
Okay, so
but yeah, it's very dynamic. And then for Kimetsu no Yaiba, maybe it's also because the story is focused more on the emotional element of all the characters. So then the action is not put on the forefront. But then for the anime adaptation, it focuses so much more on the action, which just makes it look really cool.
Yeah, I definitely felt this one, Mugen Train, definitely really cool. The animation, I would say, is top tier.
Yeah.
It just seems like the new age, with all these new age shonen,
Studios technology is just different.
The tech,
it's
the
a
tech
different age.
is so cool. So I really like seeing that. The story is also really cool. I'm usually not the one to go for, I've said before, previous podcasts, for the kind of normal people. They're all somewhat normal. They have magical breathing.
You didn't say that the story was cool when you watched it. We 2x through most of it.
Right. I didn't say that it was that cool. I'm normally wanting to see I don't know, magical powers and just larger than life things. these ones, they do have somewhat magical powers, but
Breathing.
yeah, but it's mostly limited to the demons. And like I feel like the demons have magic, but the demon slayers do not. So then
they swing swords.
They
and
swing
breathe
swords
heavy.
and weird weapons, and then they breathe very heavy. Yeah, and it's like, you know, I already breathe heavy. I don't need more of that. I was just kidding. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I understand. Well, to me, like, there was definitely something that made it so that I was compelled to read the manga.
And you finished it too.
Yeah, I finished it.
So you were not only compelled, you were compelled to finish.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's because of my friend Eden. This is like Eden's favorite thing now. Like she likes the manga. She never watched the anime, which is actually quite interesting.
Okay.
But like after watching the movie, I don't really get the hype of the movie. I'm not saying about the whole series, but like the movie, because like when it was coming out, you know, I was teaching English to like Japanese students, right?
Yeah.
And then all my students watch this movie. And then, or they're just like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, like let's do like small talk, free conversation. Everyone was talking about this.
It's so good. Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, my students are like different age too. It's not like young people. Like most of my students are like same age or like older than me. So it was kind of like, oh my god, like adults are watching this.
Yeah, everybody watched it. Like Demon Slayer was the biggest anime for the longest time, right? Yeah. So it's like
not the longest time since like I don't know.
Yeah, no, I meant like
3 years ago.
It's like for 2 years ago, I think it was like. It was like number 1.
Yeah, I was actually so pissed when I saw that like Oricon like manga sales ranking, like this just rose to number 1, and then like, you know, One Piece was like number 1 for like a decade or something, and then this it like was I think it was like 10 times. I want to say 10 times. I might be off. Like the sales of One Piece
some crazy
last
number,
year,
yeah.
and I was like. I was angry.
It's like this one kind of blew open it like led all the new age shonen to like success, victory or something. It's like you dethroned One Piece.
Oh, but the One
Sad
Piece.
times, but I mean, not without good reason. I mean, this one, it looked really, really cool.
Yeah, I hope that like One Piece can have like a high tech
just
anime.
Revamp the like newer. I feel like the newer episodes probably are.
Wano Kuni's animation is good, but the pacing sucks.
Well,
like, because like now, like most of the like shonen that we're watching, it's not like One Piece that like just continuously like you know produced episodes.
Right.
Like this is separated by seasons, so then you can like just wait for the manga to, you know, complete an arc and then do that arc into like an anime. But like One Piece, it can't stop.
One Piece cannot stop. It has to. It has every week has to continuously pump it out.
Yeah,
they just pump it out, and they have to like be on top of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what's missing from a lot of like that's why this new age shonen are so different. It's just that like I really enjoy having that like 100 episode binge or 200 episode binge like of like something really really magical. Like you get really engrossed in the world. You get really like
well, now it's just like 24 episode binge, but it's very bingeable. It's
still good.
Yeah, it's very continuous, and like the pacing is great. Like there aren't like, you know, bless you, but
allergies.
Bless the salt.
We'll keep it in.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just for me like I like binging more than like 24 episodes.
But like coming back to the content of like the show and especially the movie, it's like, well, the storyline was okay to me.
Right.
Like I think I like Rengoku, so then it's like, yeah, I feel something when he, spoiler, passed. Right, he died. But then like, other than that, like I felt like it was so sudden when Akaza just like came. Yeah,
so Akaza just kind of like he's showed up at the end after they were done fighting Enma.
I know.
And then everybody's already like tired. Everyone's already like, it's like to show kind of like how anything can happen at any time or something. So then like Rengoku just,
I guess that's realistic.
Yeah. It seemed cool. Like I kind of like that. You know, it Yeah.
It reminded me of Thriller Bark in One Piece. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Kuma just suddenly came.
Yes.
And I was
yes.
so
That's
scared.
Right. That's
I was like, oh. But then, like, nothing actually happened.
Yeah. It's like one of the 7 warlords.
But then this, it was just like, oh my god, there are consequences. And, like, yeah, that is realistic. I mean, like, usually after an arc, it's kind of like, oh, you finally won the battle, and
now you can celebrate, everything's chill.
It's like, oh, healing time, kind of, like, or healing and then training time, right? Yeah. But then, like, this was just like, oh no, tragedy. So I was just like, oh, fuck. But yeah, like, and then the story, like, I like the whole thing about, like, Tanjiro kind of having to, like, look at the dream of his family still being alive and everything, and it was like, oh my god, my heartstrings were pulled, because I remember watching the first episode of the original, like, season 1, and I was just, like, crying, like, like, you know, everyone just, like, died, and then I was just like, oh my god, like, someone do something. But yeah, like, seeing them all alive, and then having him being, like, forced into the position to, like, you know, to kind of wake himself up.
Yeah, he has to kill himself to wake up. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's pretty dangerous. And, like, one time I remember, even during the movie, like, he was gonna kill himself, and he's like, no, don't kill yourself, don't end yourself that way, that would be embarrassing, you know, like, somebody else pulls him back. I think Inosuke is Inosuke.
Oh really? Oh, yeah. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I liked it. The whole thing is, like, I liked parts of it, but overall, I don't understand how it was, like, the highest grossing movie of the year. Yeah, like, I think part of it had to do with COVID, maybe. But also, yeah, $15 million of budget. This is on the wiki, by the way. $500+ million of return in the box office. That's not even including merch. It's like, that's kind of, I don't know, that's like the most returns, like, that I've seen, like, from the budget. I'm just like, oh my god, please pay the animators and please pay the seiyus.
Yeah, you
like,
know they're not going to do that. Like, you know, it's like people are going to split it up. Yeah,
and then, like, also, like, afterwards, like, UFO Table, like, I shouldn't really talk about this, but then, like, the head of UFO Table, like, didn't pay his taxes, and then he got arrested and whatnot. Dude, that was just crazy. I was like, oh my god, guys, like, you guys are, like, top of the game. Like, please don't do this. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, you gotta pay your tax. I don't like saying that. You gotta pay your taxes, though.
Yeah, you gotta pay your taxes. And then it's like, you earn so much money in this. Like, guys, pay your workers, pay the taxes. Anyways, that is beyond the point, but going back to the story. Yeah,
but this is some crazy returns right here. So I highly, like, for sure there will be more anime movies. Like, there will be more, like, more and more in the theaters. You know how, like, 10 years ago we didn't see any, right? Like, we weren't, like, rare, very, very
like,
rare.
Miyazaki Hayao.
Yeah.
Right, like Ghibli.
Very,
movies.
very rare to see, like, anime movies in the theaters near us, right? In California. So.
Yeah. But, like, I also feel like it's a good thing that now I hope, like, anime movies will actually be, like, a continuation of the plot rather than something completely random, because, like, back in the day, Shonen Jump, they only did, like, completely random and, like, you know, it nothing actually can affect the actual story kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then,
they're doing more of that.
This is, like, one of the first, I want to say.
I don't know if it's one of the first. Do you remember Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball, the thing is, like, the movies aren't even written by Toriyama after.
Oh, I just meant Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, like, there isn't, like, you know, the actual manga, like, written by the original author anymore. But yeah, like, maybe it is, like, kind of, it does affect the universe. But then, like, usually Shonen Jump, like, works, they don't do that.
Yeah,
and
I know what you mean.
This kind of makes me feel like, oh, maybe they'll start doing that, because, like, definitely, like, you kind of don't want to walk in the theater and be like, oh yeah, nothing happening in this screen will actually like affect any of the characters. So then, like, there are no stakes. But then this, like, the stakes were really high.
So crazy, man. Like, I just remember exactly that. Like, Rengoku's death, as everybody's just, like, getting severely injured. It's exactly like the anime, so you know where everything's going, kind of, if you've already watched
or read them.
Yeah, it's just higher quality maybe, or just like
no, there wasn't the anime yet. Like this happened first, and then the anime happened, and then like I didn't watch the anime because like I just read the manga, guys. Yeah. So then I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I know what happens. I know Rengoku dies, and then like I don't know. Part of me, I kind of wanted it to hit harder by introducing more of Rengoku in a way. Like, we did see him in season 1 a little. Like, he just, like, came up and then was like, oh, yeah, we should, like, punish, like, the main character, Tanjiro, or something. Because, like, you know, he had a sister who was a demon and whatnot. But then it was kind of like, oh, I forgot about him. And then we see him again saying like, umai, umai, as he was like eating the bento at the train. Yeah, we didn't really fully get introduced to him, I feel like. I didn't really know who he was until everybody was like, oh, he's so cool, he's so great. And then I felt like it didn't deserve that because I was just like, yeah, he was cool and all. And then he was really trustworthy. Like, during the fight, like, he was strong, right? Yes. But then, like, I was like, oh... I know I should care. That's why I care. But then, I don't know if I actually cared. Okay. Yeah. So you were not impacted by Rengoku's death? Yeah, I didn't cry. Like, everyone said that they cried in the theaters. Maybe it's, like, also just, like, watching it on the computer versus, like, in, like, that kind of immersive environment. Yeah, maybe it's that. Yeah. Because, I don't know. Like, I kind of don't... Like... I really like how Akaza came out afterwards and just like everything kind of turned serious because like when everyone is working together to like defeat the Enmu dude, the train basically, the dreaming train. Yeah, you know they're gonna win because everyone's teaming up together to beat him. But then when it's like a 1-on-1, you know, like. You still feel like Rengoku's gonna win, but he doesn't. Well, the thing is, I already know, and then like, but then when I was reading it, I was shocked. Yeah, I was kind of like, oh my god, how can you just do this? Yeah, how can you do this? Like, we just met him. Yeah. You know, we just met him. Like, we got his story. You know, he's like part of the team now. Yeah. You know, he's like one of the boys. And then it's like suddenly he's just dead. I was like, what the? And then. I guess, like, there is, like, the feeling of, like, sadness when he kind of, like, promised to, like, train Tanjiro and, like, Zenitsu. Exactly. He's just like, I'll help you out, dudes. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, we never got that future. Oh, my God. And now I just, like, remember the song, like, the... Lisa's, like, song. What is it called again for this? Like, sayonara arigato. Whatever. Like, and then I was like, Yeah, I don't remember the name. But then I was just like... I'll search that up real quick. The lyrics were just very Rengoku, and I remember like looking at the music video and just feeling sad. Homura, yeah, like it was just it made me sad before I like watched the thing. Right. Yeah. I mean, I just really like it. It just makes it so that later on, I think you said before that like a lot more people start dying in Demon Slayer or something like that. Yeah, yes. Something like that. Well, no, it's not like the author is not afraid to kill off. Yeah, he's like Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones, killing everyone. You know, as you can see through Rengoku's death already. And then also like, you know, what already happened to Tanjiro, his whole family dies, and then like so soon. Yeah, so it's just like a bunch of people died. It's like that kind of does, you know, make Demon Slayer more real, I guess. It's just like the actual normal stakes. People. You don't know. Yeah. And then like they don't have like super healing powers. Yeah, they don't have super healing powers. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of why like I enjoy watching the Dragon Ball Z and like all the even Cultivation has super healing powers, right? Like, but like they can get better fast, and then they can like roll up and stuff. Yeah, no. The moral of the story about like Akaza and Rengoku's thing was that like even though Rengoku was really strong, he didn't have the like healing powers that Akaza had. Yeah. And then like Akaza kept on like kind of like just saying like you should just become one of us.
Yeah.
Like, you're so strong, and then, like, I like you, right?
Yeah.
Basically, that was super, like, strangely queer baiting, like, gay. But, like,
I didn't notice it.
I felt that. Anyways, but I'm a fujoshi inside, so it's like, I love my BL. But yeah, it was just like,
yeah,
he kept on, like, trying to get him to become a demon, like, and then that's, like, the difference between them. It's not that he's weak. It was just that he didn't have all these, like, special things that, like, can, like, regenerate, can, like, you know, his energy just automatically, like, becomes good again, kind of.
Yeah, I remember we were even, before we started recording, like, we were looking at this podcast, like, the, what is it, the power tier rankings or something? So yeah, someone came out with, like, power tier rankings. Rengoku's, like, just behind Akaza. They're basically evenly matched.
Yeah, I don't want to say that he's worse than Akaza. It's just, it's just that he's human and he's demon. Like, he's very strong, Rengoku.
Yeah, he was very strong. And, like, he did a lot of flashing moves, and he had, like, basically, it reminded me a little bit of, like, Rock Lee Gates or something, where he, like, started unleashing more and more powerful, like, basically physical techniques,
especially kinda. Like the whole, like, fire theme kind of, like, makes it really
so then he, like, breaks more and, like, breaks more, like, gates basically, and then, like, becomes stronger and stronger, but his body could not keep up, and then he just kind of gets worn down.
Speaking of, this just feels like everyone's a Rock Lee in this show. It's just like everyone is like they don't have, like, ninjutsu, but then, like, they all try real hard.
Yeah, they try really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels everyone's just, like, they're so much weaker than the demons, it feels like. And I'm not even sure how it's even close. Because, like, if the demons can just kind of regenerate, then they just win.
No, but then the demons, they're afraid of, like, sun and, like, being chopping their head off.
I mean, even in the, like, this one, if they just, like, meld themselves with a train or something, it's like, even if their head gets chopped off, it doesn't matter.
Well, they eventually did. But, like, yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's just like they have some kind of they have some kind of weak spot, right? And then for the humans, for the demon slayers, weak spots everywhere. You know, like, you just die from anything.
Yeah.
So.
But, like, that's I know, and then that's why I feel like I should like it more. But then as a whole, I don't like Demon Slayer as much as, like, I did to, like, older stuff, and honestly, I like Jujutsu Kaisen more than Demon Slayer.
Oh, same, actually.
Yeah, and then it's like...
Jujutsu Kaisen, like, the sheer, like... I think the power discrepancy of Demon Slayer is just a little off-putting. It's just, like, if the demons are this strong, Akaza, like, defeats Hashira just like that. It doesn't even seem like he was pushed that hard. I don't know, like... Not really.
Really.
Whenever his arms get chopped off, he just... Boop, grows another, like, one.
Attach, you know.
Yeah, and just goes another one, and then, like, maybe there was, like, one close moment or something. 1 or 2 close moments.
Barely.
Yeah, it didn't really feel close, and then that's kind of what, like, killed it a little bit for me. To
me, like, that doesn't matter. I don't like the everyone crying kind of thing.
Oh.
I don't like the... Like, Zenitsu is...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Zenitsu's a problem, man.
I really don't like Zenitsu.
He's a problem, man.
And the thing is, you have to understand that I love his voice actor. Like, you don't know how much, like, Shimonohiro stuff I watch. Like, I watch every variety show, every interview that he's in. I love him so much. But this character, that's also even though he has his voice, and I'm just like, oh, I love... But, like, oh, my God. He is insufferable. Like... I have this whole theory that he is the inferior version of Usopp from One Piece, because he's like, so scared, and, like, you know, it's like, I don't want to fight, this is scary, and, like, but still, I will try to be brave, kind of, like...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, no matter how hard he tries when he's awake, when he just falls asleep, he becomes invincible.
Yeah, I hate that. It's just
crazy.
Like, that's such a cheap way, like... I might, like, do a video essay one day, but then it's like, Usopp, like, his fighting style matches with his personality.
I'll tell you what, though.
Huh?
I like it.
You like
Zenitsu, like, the idea of, like, you fall asleep and you become invincible. Crazy.
Well, like, I know that that's something that you like, but, like, I see that you people might like that, but, like, to me, I just feel like that is just poor writing 101. It's like, no, you kind of should match the personality, his characteristics with how he fights. It's like, oh, well, how he fights is still very cool. And then, like, what is that whole persona about then? Like, I cannot care. And then, like, he's so loud, and then he cries, and then Tanjiro cries. It's like, not just like when your friends die. No. It's like when you kill a demon, you also cry for them, because it's like, oh, poor soul.
Yeah. So, do you know that, like, I feel like it's sort of trying to, like, all the new age shonen kind of feel like this, where except Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know if there's that much crying there. And then
not yet, at least.
Not yet.
No, at least. No. I can't recall any incident. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so I don't feel like there's that much going on there. It just feels like a lot of the like, it feels like it's just trying to attract the female audience a lot.
True.
You know, it's like
yeah,
we gotta get the girls in.
Yeah.
You know, like 51% girls watching shonen or something right now. It's like, you know, at least 50% or something like that.
Yeah, and then like all the male characters, like, it's just very like lovable to like women. Like, as a woman myself, like I feel it. But then it's like, oh, they're my sons. They're my, like, you know, I wouldn't say it's like, oh, boyfriend material, but then they're son material. It's like, oh, poor baby. Like, Tanjiro's so cute. Like, he's so sweet.
He's suffering so much. Like, just have a good cry and, like, we'll, you know.
A little.
They're there.
And then, like, you know, my friend who really likes it is, like, Eden's just, you know, just the mother type. Yeah. And then she really likes, like, the, you know, soft human connection kind of aura that this whole show has. But to me, like, if I watch shonen, I just want, like, satisfying fights and just something that can make me convinced that the outcome of the fight actually matters. Like, my whole thing about, like, God of High School is that I don't understand why someone is winning, like, other than, like, oh, he has this god power now, but he has a better god power. No, like, I kind of want some kind of, like, explanation and, like, you know, so then it's like the punch feels. But then, like, the whole, like, Luffy and Katakuri fights too. Like, I just don't understand. Like, Katakuri is just stronger.
He's just better in every single way.
And then, like, Luffy wins that. I cannot.
Yeah, do. Like, Katakuri, like, he kind of copied Luffy at every turn, and then he's just better because he has a better fruit. And I'm just like, wait, he just Luffy but better, then Luffy can't win. Yeah,
like that I don't like. My whole thing about shonen is just like, again, I just want, like, good characters, powers that make sense, you know, and then just good fights.
I stopped reading at that chapter, by the way.
Yeah, like, when he was fighting, I cannot get into that fight. Like, I understand that a lot of people say, like, the fight is super good and philosophical.
Which one?
That fight, Katakuri versus Luffy.
Why would it be philosophical?
Is it, like, Nux? Because I just had a thing with Nux, and, like, back in the day, like, just consume his media. Yeah, I think he really likes the fight, and so, like, I tried to convince myself to like the fight as well, because it was like, oh yeah, like, was it, like, Luffy is just, it's not like he cares more about, like, his people, right? Or yeah, it's like he cares about his people, and also he's unafraid to show his true self. But then Katakuri was afraid of showing his mouth.
Right, because he was, like, eating the cakes, and then, like, he was enjoying himself.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, no, not cakes, donuts. We just had donuts. We just had donuts tonight.
Those were hella good.
But then, like, that. So then, like, for me, like, Demon Slayer, the whole thing is, like, to me, the fights are not that satisfying because, like, I don't understand how they win. And then also, like, some of the powers, like Zenitsu's power, just, it does not match with who I think he is. And I don't like that. And, like, Inosuke as well, it's like, I don't really know what's so special about him other than he's like,
like, he does beast breathing, right?
Yeah.
So, what does that mean?
Exactly. I don't understand. Is it like an aesthetic choice?
He just breathes like a pig.
Oh, no. But yes.
Like a boar.
Inoshishi. Yeah, a boar. But then, like, exactly. And then I'm just like, wait, why is that strong? Like, I just want some kind of, like...
Boars are very strong.
Like, good training arc, powers that I can understand, logic, kind of to the fight.
Yeah, like I want some kind of like I remember I saw some video about like breathing techniques and like linking them all together. I don't know did we watch this?
No, you watch it yourself.
Yeah, so there is some kind of video breaking down everything. It's like this did not come in the anime. I believe it didn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was breaking down how like I think Tanjiro does some kind of weird breathing. He has some descendant. He's a descendant of like some ancient breathing technique, and then
like something Kagura. Like Kagura means like you know, music of the gods.
Yeah, he's like the best, and then all the other breathing techniques are just imitations of his breathing technique.
Oh, yeah. I think it does happen like later on.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But
then it's just like, oh, I get it, and then like it kind of does get like communicated later on.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, I just want like more evidence that they are of this caliber.
They are doing different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. To me, again, I'm just this is too soft and like emotional for me as a shonen. Right. I'm not saying like One Piece isn't like I cry so much for One Piece as well. It's just
no, but the characters themselves aren't crying too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the difference.
Yeah,
you are the one crying.
Yeah,
this one, they're the ones crying.
Yeah, and that bothers me. I'm just like, stop crying.
Stop crying. Stop being a little.
Yeah, I guess it all started with Deku. I think so.
Oh, I mean, all of them, right? All of the New Age ones.
But then, like, Deku started, like, way earlier. I remember buying... Again, I bought the first chapter of Boku no Hero, like, back in the day.
Okay.
And then I was just like, oh,
I wonder what the timeline is on the light novels, the manhwa, or the manga adaptations. Because I remember, like...
Are people crying in light novels as well?
Are they doing that in light novels?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about like Shonen Jump. I feel like he is. Actually, no. It would be Katekyo Hitman Ribbon. Like Tsuna cries, but not to the extent of Deku. Deku is just another level. But then, honestly, Deku crying.
We should do something about.
Yeah, maybe.
Boku no Hero. Yeah.
But like to me, like him crying didn't bother me until like. Later on, when I realized that everyone is crying, and then it started bothering me. I was like, oh my god, calm down, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was okay with Deku crying.
Yeah. It was alright.
Yeah, and overall, I, like, because, like, we talk about style sometimes, like, I really do like, the whole...
Aesthetic choice.
Yeah.
Aesthetic setting.
Yeah, like, you know, like, people are wearing, like, kimonos, but at the same time, they are also, like, kind of wearing, like, Western clothes. It was just, like, of that era.
Yeah, it's, like, trying to mix some... It feels like they have some technology. It doesn't...
Yeah,
like,
they have
literally
trains.
train, right? They have some technology, but also they don't have technology. You know, like...
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, they have some technology, right? But they don't have it all. Because, like, when the train is out, like, you would expect people to have, like, guns or something like that. Like, they would already have guns. Nobody's wearing a gun. Like, nobody's holding guns.
Yeah. But then, like, it is, like, the Taisho era. And then, like, the whole thing about the Taisho era is, like, when it was, like, the merging between, like, Japanese and, like, Western culture. Because, like, you know, America, like, the Black Boats and
Did they actually have trains?
Yeah, they did.
Oh my god.
At, like, Taisho era, they did.
Oh, so this is actually, like,
It's kind of historically accurate, that's why.
Oh.
Like, that's why I kind of like the aesthetic of, like, it's kind of at that strange point. Because, like, I feel like back in the day, like, when we talk about, like, oh, yeah, historical kind of, like, Japanese stuff, it's like, everyone is just wearing kimonos, and then, like, everything is just old, and there's no technology. Right. And then this is kind of like, something is, like... Yeah, it's a new, fresh take on, like, this period, and I like that.
That's cool, yeah. No, I didn't know that, because I assumed that they would have other technology, but it does make sense that if they're just catching up with the rest of the world, that they would only have some.
It was, like, after World War One, before World War Two, and then, like, you know, before, like, the Black Boat, was it Perry? Oh my god, I'm so bad at history, so sorry.
Wait, what?
Is it the Black Boat Perry?
What do you
Anyways, like
Perry the Platypus?
No. know. Okay, anyways, just like Japanese history. It's like, you know, when like the boat from America like came and then like they forced like America into like Japan because like Japan was like practicing isolationism and then being like, no, we're just gonna like uphold our own culture. And then like it was just like that era.
I don't even know like,
anyways
about
ignore that but it was just like interesting to see like, oh, the whole fashion sense. Like I just like the whole aesthetic.
Yeah, it was
kimonos are really pretty.
It was good,
all in this dress. Yeah.
I also kind of like the style. It's just Demon Slayer is just really I don't know about high budget anymore because it's 15 million. Maybe that is high budget for like a anime film.
I don't know.
I don't
UFO
know.
Table, I just keep on hearing people say like UFO Table is like, oh, super high budget, and then like it's really expensive because like it just looks so clean. But I don't really know because like I feel like they're really good at mixing 2D and 3D animation, and 3D animation is actually cheaper than 2D.
Right, so it just seems like they're using just technology.
Yeah,
it's just higher technology.
It's
it's
like
not
the camera work and whatnot is really cool, and it's because like you build a model, like 3D model, and then you basically have a camera shoot it, and then you don't have to go through the work of like 2D animation, literally drawing like
frame
by
frame.
Yeah, it's like 24 pictures 1 second, right? And then that sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah,
for sure.
So then I don't know if that's like expensive or cheap. I am not aware.
Yeah, but the return, crazy.
Yeah, it is so crazy.
That's so good.
Again, I don't know if it deserves that much hype. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm. I think part of it might just be luck as well.
Yeah,
because like it could have easily been Jujutsu Kaisen. Could have easily been another big hit.
Yeah, I wonder why Jujutsu Kaisen isn't as popular.
Yeah. I remember we watched My Hero Academia, right?
Yeah.
As well. That kind of bombed a little bit, right?
Well,
I don't know
definitely bombed.
I don't know how the reception was, but
the whole thing about like Boku no Hero Academia is just well, it kind of just like died, and then it became a laughing stock for like a lot of people. I don't really understand why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why like that is just like inherently worse than Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're all like the new age and pretty okay.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think new age definitely cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but I miss the good old days.
The good old days.
I'm just like, I don't know, One Piece, Naruto. I don't like Bleach. Naruto was okay, but like, maybe I was just young, so I was just more emotionally invested.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're doing different things here.
Yeah.
Also, like, the whole thing with Nezuko being a demon, and like she's a good demon, it's kind of
contrived.
Have we seen other good demons?
Yes.
We have.
Yes, the Doctor.
All right, the Doctor is a demon as well. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I was like, if Nezuko's the only good demon, then it's like kind of weird.
Yeah, it would be very like just artificial in that way.
That's cool.
Like,
yeah. I mean, I like this one.
I'm okay with it. I think it's great, but I think like if people didn't like it this much, I would like it more. I feel like I'm kind of feeling the feel of like, oh, this is too hype for me to like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So countercultural.
Yeah, you know, I just have to be edgy.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Mm-hmm. So, what would you rate it?
I would rate it a 7.
I'd give it an 8.5.
Okay.
I mean, we 2x through it sometimes.
Exactly.
Like,
and you were the person who 2x through the thing.
Yeah, I mean...
And we just, like, stopped when it's, like, actually fighting. And, like, the choreography is great.
I got bored of the, they're just, like, talking and dreaming and stuff. I got bored of that. That was, like, my only kind of gripe with it. Is that, like, that seemed kind of boring. Because, like, I didn't want to wait around for them to like die or not die, and you already kind of know that they're not gonna die. Tanjiro is for sure not gonna die. And then you probably Zenitsu and like they're not gonna die to something lame like that. Like
true.
It's just some kind of emotional bait, and like that's the only reason why
it is
like,
kind of like emotionally manipulative.
Yeah, it's just like a bait, and then nothing's actually gonna happen. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. The suiciding was cool. It was a little weird.
The committing of the suicide.
The seppuku was cool.
Oh no, it's not seppuku.
Okay,
seppuku
okay,
means
I
like
know.
cutting your stomach. Anyways,
I know.
but I don't know. It was a little triggering.
What was triggering about it?
Like killing yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
A little. But like I'm not like one for like trigger warnings everywhere. Like no, but like it was a little extreme for the circumstance.
Yeah. I was very surprised that
Yes.
that was how he woke up. That was very, very surprising that
Yes.
they would kind of allow that, because like
again, shonen.
it's very politically incorrect, probably.
Probably
to like
true.
show
now
someone.
that you're saying.
I mean, Tanjiro's like trying to kill himself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In order to like win.
Again, like
that's
the
how you
whole
win.
thing about shonen is just like the age of the shonen demographic is growing older and older, and then it's getting more and more female. So it's interesting.
It's just a mixture of everything. You kind of come out with the winners like these, right? Because of course there's like a bunch of other shonen that get written and never produced.
Well, yeah, and then like Shonen Jump is like famous for like just cutting the stuff out when your ranking is low.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank you.
About wraps it up. I'll have to do a My Hero one sometime.
Maybe watch it if you have the chance to. Maybe watch it in the theater. I don't know.
No, well, it's not showing anymore, right?
I guess recreate it.
You can recreate it. You can you can like get Netflix, and then like kind of get a TV. You know, turn off the lights, get some popcorn.
Yeah, maybe I just needed a more immersive experience.
Yeah.
But maybe like 2xing is not the greatest.
I mean, we stopped at a certain point.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.